Well, every day natural disasters and home fires impact families across the country. Now, over the past months, the Red Cross provided record-breaking support to people in need. And here to discuss last year's disasters and their impact is Red Cross Regional CEO Josh Lockwood. Mr. Lockwood, thanks for being here today.
Alex, thanks so much for having me to talk about Red Cross Giving Day and the Red Cross mission.
Of course. So like I said, the past 7 months have really been something else. How does Red Cross respond to all disasters?
Yeah, it's really been an extraordinary moment for our nation, but also for the Red Cross mission. We've had 4 epic hurricanes in Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Maria, and Hurricane Nate, followed by 2 large California wildfires and the worst mass shooting in U.S. history in Las Vegas. We at the Red Cross responded by deploying 56,000 trained Red Cross volunteers from throughout the nation to race to those scenes, providing emotional support, supplies, and shelter to those families at their most desperate moments.
Right, and needless to say, Red Cross is there whenever we need you to be there. And hurricane season will begin June 1st, like you say, with those 4 crazy ones last year. What can people do to be better prepared this year?
Yeah, there's a few basic things folks can do to be prepared. One, we want to encourage everyone to have a go bag. So that's a simple bag in your home that has some non-perishable food, some important documents you may need, and other items. You have about 2 minutes to get out of your house in a home fire, for example, or in a typical disaster, and so you just grab that go bag and run. Second, we want folks to have an evacuation plan for their home. That means you know how you're getting out of your home or apartment and where you're going to reconvene with family if you are separated. And lastly, we want folks to stay informed. So pay attention to local media outlets. And also you can download the free Red Cross emergency app onto your mobile phone, which can be tremendously helpful in the event of an emergency.
Right. And speaking of emergencies, people might be surprised to know which type of emergency the Red Cross responds most frequently to. What is that?
Yeah, you know, the Red Cross responds to over 60,000 home fires across America every year. And this involves Red Cross volunteers racing to home fire scenes, meeting folks who've just run for their lives, in providing emotional support, blankets, replacement medicines, replacement clothing, and finding shelter for those families for a night or 2 after the disaster. These go on every 8 minutes in the United States, and tragically 7 Americans die every day in home fires, which is why we also have a home fire prevention campaign that involves installing free smoke alarms in vulnerable households and providing fire safety education to those households.
Wow, 60,000 in just 1 year. Now let's talk just 2018. How many have the Red Cross responded to in this year?
Right. Well, we're almost at the end of March, and we've responded to 13,000 home fires. And again, they're happening all around us. They tend to spike in the cold weather months. And so in the Northeast, for example, we've had nor'easters, 4 in succession, leading to a lot of home fires. But again, we want all families to be prepared because we certainly don't want anyone to have to experience this kind of disaster if they don't have to.
Right. And Giving Day is a big way for all of us in America to give back to the American Red Cross for everything you do. What is Giving Day and how can we help?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So the Red Cross is not a government agency. We're a private charity. We rely on the generosity of the American public, and we are just so blown away with gratitude by the tremendous generosity Americans have demonstrated this past year. But knowing there are more disasters happening every day and big disasters coming with hurricane season, we're asking folks to please give at 1-800-RED-CROSS. You can also go online to www.redcross.org to make a donation. And you can even text the word Red Cross to the number 90999 to make a $10 donation. And we're using the hashtag #HelpOneFamily to promote support for Giving Day this year.
Any dollar that somebody gives is going to help in your efforts. I mean, that Red Cross really does mean so much to so many people. So any little bit that we can do to give back will make a difference. Josh Lockwood, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.